Welcome back to an episode of We are almost about to get off of this planet because there's an awful lot of research material being produced, at least once this thing is done for. And the other thing that I wanted to do was to kind of scale up the whole utility research a little bit, because all of the other research is trickling in quite nicely, at least. Yeah, as long as the rails are getting built, that is. And also I have to fix something about the iron supply of this. It's absolutely horrible. Maybe one thing I could do is maybe combine all of the outputs of this thing here, so that it can drive all of the other items. So look at this one here, 44. This one is not going to take in any more iron, but it would be able to actually give the ingredients out. This one has a full output, so on and so forth. So this one has a shortage. This one has a full output for some reason. So it's always the steel that's kind of lacking. But for some reason, this one is empty, this one is full, and this one is also full. So there's this bit in the middle here that's not doing its job right. So what I could try to do is maybe have a buffer zone in the center that the inserters can take the iron out from, so that there's not as much iron always wasted in those furnaces. That's basically it. I think we are melting too much iron ore into iron plates that is kind of stuck at the top side, but never actually seems to reach the bottom side down here, except when there are like absolutely no ingredients at all, because then it will be utilized. So there seems to be an issue there. Whatever, let's just not fiddle with it too much, because we have other problems, and it is actually this scaling right here. This one is a very iffy thing to scale, because it needs too many complicated ingredients. In this case, the processing unit might be a good thing. Every now and then it will end up in this chest over here, which is quite nice. Did this one just pick up 2? Oh yeah, it did pick up 2. Alright, anyway, this one is bunching up now. Then how would I scale this up if I do not have the low density modules? And this one needs steel again. So the actual problem is the supply of raw iron, which gets turned into steel, and then the whole thing will be facilitated much better. That was basically the deal that I had before. The other way would be to just manually give it all of the resources and don't fiddle with it too much, because there's still an awful lot of steel being used for the rocket itself, and that could take a little while. Anyway, the thing that I need though, absolutely, is an awful lot of transport belts. So let's go back to the base and get ourselves the transport items. Then we might be pretty much okay. And I'm so not going to drive alongside here. That's far too dangerous. Don't want to repair this all the time. Oh, that's so sweet. Look at that. Look at them go. And woof, charged up completely. It's awesome. Absolutely amazing. So now, what's the next one I need? I said something about transport belts, didn't I? Transport belts, of course, are always placed right in here. So let's pick them up. Let's go with like half of those. That should be enough. Now we have 1k. That is okay. And what kind of buildings are in need of other resources right now? So this one only needs like iron and coal, which is okay right here. Then this is going over here, over here, over here. And this one usually puts out items. Item ingredient shortage. Item ingredient shortage. This one uses, I think it's steel that's missing, isn't it? This one uses these guns. This one is in need of iron. So yeah, there is a certain iron problem here. What I can try to do is divert a little bit of ore from the top side, right? Well, I already did. Okay. That means I have to build a few more. Oh, I can't zoom in here. There's nothing placed there. I don't want to walk around actually, because I'm just Just every area has to be accessible by car. Right. So this mining drill is done and done, and I think I could maybe reposition them a little bit. That's like 3 something K and 17K. Right. Wait a minute. Could I 400 something? Nah. It gets progressively less. So there, let's take this one away and place this one right there. That should do it. Right. Oh, wait. Let's move this one. Come on, really? Right. So now we have kind of fixed the iron supply at least a little bit. But another thing I need to make sure of is that I should get rid of the idea of trying to perfect whatever buildings I have placed beforehand, but rather just build more buildings which connect to it, therefore also getting access to more and more of the resource supplies and so on. That's just one issue. It's of course pollution. Oh yeah, it's of course pollution, sure. Pollution. There is a problem with pollution, and it is what? It is that the green stuff is for some reason not coming down here, and this one is going to be fueled a lot. So let's take this stuff, and but we have efficiency. There. Why can I make a lot of them right now? What's going on? That's weird. Let's just make tons of those. Oh, okay, I'm crafting the red ones right now by hand. Okay. That's a nice way of doing that. So let's get a few more of those. Because I need to get all of the efficiency modules in there so that the pollution cloud is very low. Yeah, this is basically the main problem that I somehow have to fix here. So let's get ourselves a little bit more copper. Actually, the better way would be to just go with something like that. Much better. Yeah, another way would be to just get the items from this thing. But that one is always getting placed through and whatnot. Yeah, and the thing is, I'm always missing items right now that could have been produced alongside my progress, right? And just got placed into the chest. Because these are actually the perfect situations here. So let's just get all of the steel. Wait a minute, how much steel is in there? Yeah, not as much. And there is, of course, a wee bit more steel there. So, how much steel do I actually need in order to get for this planet? I needed tons of steel, 1,000, and maybe a bit more. So, how much steel do I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is basically 1,000, plus the other amount of steel that I also have available. So, oh yeah, the pipes. The pipes. I don't have that many pipes, but except for these ones. No, my inventory is full. Thank you. But yeah, how many pipes was it? 100 or 1,000? 100. So a very, very low amount, actually. Very low amount. This is 100 plus eggs, actually. Yeah, wait a minute. Why do I only have like one pipe system here? That's weird. I mean, I could get some underground pipes in here. Oh, but I also need iron. Okay. Let's go back here again. The good old iron plates. Yeah, they are a problem at all times. So, the extra amount of iron plates. They're usually stacked in here because of the defense, right? So, let's see. And I can't carry that many anymore because reasons. So, let's get those things done. And yeah. Now I need to get all of my pipe thingies back real quick. There we go. 100 pipes done. Everything else gets made at the moment, which is quite neat. There seems to be a way to get an additional shielding on that car as well. Like there's the shielding thingy right here for the person, and then there's this thing down here. Maybe there's a way to also give it, or maybe this is just a random or unified overlay. And the thing that you can do here is useful for tanks or something like that. That could make much more sense. Alright. So, let's just place all of that in here and check. We got 1k steel. We got 200 and something of these. Then, of course, we need some motors, 200s of them. And they're going to be placed right there. This is 201. That's okay. Then, 200, yeah. The steel and the pipes and the concrete. That's 100 of those. And what else do I need? I got steel, I got processing units, I got engines, I got pipes. No, it's just the concrete that's missing. And concrete was a very simple thing to produce, except that it is somewhat iffy. Okay, so we got stone bricks. And stone bricks have to be turned with water and iron ore into concrete, but only in assemblers 2 and 3. Right, now, where do we get stone from? This is a stone line, so the stone goes further east, further east, further east, and it is somehow never actually used except for the rail management. So I do have some water here, and I do got some stone up here. So what I can do is I can just assemble both of this into a concrete thingy all the way. So let's take this one and move this one further about like so. We need, of course, a normal assembler. And I have to kind of take care of the stone right now. So how do I get the stone out of? Okay, let's get rid of this one real quick. I need to get this one as far away as possible. There we go. Okay. So, this is where I can get the stone from. I'm going to use a simple solution. I'm going to use a splitter that only gives me on the left side the stone. There we go. Let's just get the remaining items in here. There we go. So, and thank goodness we have these things now. Wait a minute. This is the wrong thing. Ah, okay. Wait a minute. So this one goes sideways, and I have to get rid of this one, and this one, so that it doesn't interfere too much. Or maybe I could just bend the whole thing a little bit. But right, now I have to turn it upwards a little bit. There's a decent amount of iron in here, okay, but this is definitely not enough, and I have some amount of stone there too. Great. Now, let's build some assembly machines and see what we can do here. The first one needs the stone. Now, actually, another thing I can do, because this one uses 5 stone, and I do have a certain amount of stone already available down here. Like, this is 3.2k. 3.2k divided by 5 is not enough k to produce all of the... Oh, no. We could basically double that. That means we end up with 6,000 concrete if I would get all of that. So I don't even need the stone supply, the rock supply. I only need to make the concrete, and I can just move the stone by hand. Yeah, simple solutions, right? Simple solutions. We don't even need to make it too perfect here. No additional layout necessary. So that means, in order to get the stone fairly quickly, I am going to supply this with a decent amount of resources. We're not going for the hazard concrete. We're just going for normal-ish kind of concrete. And this one is also going for normal-ish kind of concrete. The thing can actually be supplied like so. This one goes away. Then I need, of course, some pipage, which I have none of in my inventory because I placed everything in the chest. Thank goodness. So let's get a few little pipes. Or maybe do I? Nah. Stupid efficiency stuff. Stupid. Well, efficiency is not really stupid. But in this case, I could try to. I also have to get rid of all of those furnaces a little bit. I mean, the best way for me to fix this would be to move everything once to the left. Make a little bend on this one. And continue with that a little bit. But then I'm definitely missing out of some on some space here because of that stuff. The crafting speed is 2, the other's crafting speed is also 2, so I'm not gonna end up any better. Sadly. Sadly. So, let's try to reduce the pump jacks pollution a wee bit more. Let's see. Oh no, this one only has... Okay. This one can only house 2 mods. That's not cool. But yeah, this one can definitely house a few more as well. And this one gets another one. This one also gets another one. And it's actually the mining drills that I want. A bit less polluting. That would be neat. 2.8 something. Something like that. This is still 4. Righty. 2.1. 30. Okay. Right. Now. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. Okay, let's check the map for any possible attacks that could happen anytime soon. Not yet. But look at this. There's another hive being placed right here. If we wait for maybe a bit too long, we might have a wee bit of an issue. So, where is the bent stuff? 5. Let's hope that this works. Perfect. And this one, of course, needs some electricity from over here. And I also need to power the outputs a little bit. I'm going to take a long inserter thing for that. Don't have the writing. Oh, no. No. Okay. I have to turn this the other way around to get the inserters going. And I have to make a little bend on this one. So let's get this one away. Control and X to take this one and just rotate it like so. That should do it. And then I'm gonna put the remaining stuff down here. This is not necessary anymore. The only thing that I need to do is get a connection somehow on this thing. And I don't have any more pipes. Right. I only have to the ground pipes for some reason. Yeah, to the ground pipes. Where's the next amount of iron? There's no iron on this one. No. There's some... What did I say about wasting iron too much? And then I'm gonna waste it myself. Just great. Just great. So, let's connect this one up. Now everything is somewhat powered. And, of course, I need to get the outserters things going. Of course, with long ones like this and like this. Then we're going to move this all down like so. And with another inserter, which for some reason I don't have. Okay. With another inserter into a chest. So that I can do other things in the meantime. I think a wooden chest might be okay. Let's see. We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Sadly, it doesn't tell you how many slots you're using up here. You have to know the width of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's a 10 grid. The thing is, it counts in factions, in powers of 2. So this is 16. This one is 32. So it's not just a power of 10 or something like that, or a power of whatever something is that's divisible by that. It's something like that. That's iffy. That's really iffy. So you end up with some open space on the sides. It's so weird. Maybe it has something to do with how you would allocate storage on the game, right? So you don't end up having variables set that cannot even be maxed out. So in this case, you only have a 16. Is it 16-bit or 16-byte? I think it's 16-bit. A 16-bit variable, maybe with a little bit of extra in order to maintain the code a bit. But yeah, you have a 16-bit variable for this, giving you power of... Wait a minute. No, it's actually much lower than that, not 16-bit. I mean, 16-bit would be 2 to the power of 16. We don't need that. Wait a minute. 2 2, 4... Yeah, 2, 4, 8, 16. We need a 4-bit variable for that. So this one has a 4-bit variable, and then we also need to know what's in it. Actually, this is very difficult to make. And also this one is set on the wrong side, so this one has to be placed right here, and this one has to be placed down there, and then we are going to like cart this one away. There we go. I should have just moved it. Iffy. Anyway, the power, the water is connected. The stone brick is not there. The iron ore will come in a moment. Then, bada boom, everything is in there. Wait a minute. How do I get the iron ore in here then? So that it's constantly getting facilitated with it. Because right now, I have to place it in by hand, and that is definitely not cool. What I need is an inserter that takes things from here down there. So it might be... Wait a minute. I can't even use a tunnel through this thingy here. I have to stretch them a little bit, I think. What I mean by... Or to the ground thing, right? So it has to go up, and then it has to go down. But a downward thing doesn't really work if it's sideways like this, because then there's a downwards thing here, then upwards thing over here. And there's no way for an inserter to get hold of that. The other way would be to just take the iron that comes from this lane over here and make sure that this one gets powered with tons of iron. Absolutely tons of iron. Or the other way would be to just pick up all the iron that we have and don't give a shit and just put everything in here. But this is 50 iron, and what do we get out of it if I do the recipe? So 1 iron goes to 10 concrete. We need 1000 concrete, therefore we only need 100 iron, which is this much already. Okay, so the only thing that's remaining is the stone bricks. So we need 500 stone bricks for that, and which is how much? Okay, maybe we can put a little bit more in it, but sadly it does not tell you how many items it can hold, right? That's weird. I would like to know the maximum amount of stuff that can be placed in there. But right, let's just let it go, and it's probably going to do its thing quite well. And get some efficiency ones, because this one is going to power us for a very long time. In the meantime, we also have to get a hold of some... more efficiency modules as usual. Like this one is always getting powered. So where's the efficiency when you need it? There we go. This one is always getting powered. This one is this one doesn't really make sense. This one is 1 pollution. I mean, we could reduce it, but reducing the assembler stuff would be much more important. I have to figure out which assemblers are always working, never stopping and whatnot, so that I can focus on those. I mean, it could be these ones, but these are always out of resources, and it always seems to stop because of the iron supply. Nah, whatever. Okay, maybe I need to just scale this up a little bit, so that we end up with a faster gain on that. And I can definitely get rid of this now, I think. So, let's get rid of this one. Also this one, and this thing as well. Right, perfect. Perfect. Also, I'm not going to scale this any further. Let's just get the additional items from it. Right, what I'm gonna do though, is I'm gonna stretch this down further, and like that. If that were, oh no, that was stupid. That was so stupid. This thing will be placed like there and like so, and I have to stretch it up maybe. Actually, wait. Let's place this one up here. Take this one away. This one takes this thing from up here. This one from up there. And this one needs, of course, much more power. This was the wrong kind of power, though. There we go. Now, this one needs, again, something like that. And a wee bit of concrete. And this one needs this thing again. I mean, I used control and click, which means get the maximum in it for some reason. And the maximum seems to be 62. Very weird. Maybe you can... No, you... That's a very strange number, 62. Right. Now, what does it need? This one needs, of course, more iron. Let's apply it with it. And I think I'm going to move this thing a little bit further. Wait a minute. I can take these and place them up here or something. But that's not going to work, is it? Right. So this one will house this stuff, and this one will house like half of the coal or something. There's a tonner. There's a faster way of doing that, and it's this one. Just doing it by hand is much faster than waiting for the construction robots. I mean, you could still upgrade them, of course, but nah. Anyway, let's see. This is 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Maybe I can take this one and move it up further as well. So let's take this away. Move this one sideways. Right. That one gets placed away. That one gets placed away. That's perfect. This one has to be rotated like so. Then, of course, we get a wee bit more power output. This one gets placed right here. And bada boom. That one gets another 50. That one, another one like that. There we go. Oh, yeah. The efficiency... wait a minute, we can just do it like that. If I try to max it out with the efficiency modules, then I can just use the shortcut for it. Much better, much simpler. What about the... look at that. Look at this little dent that happened here. That means there's excess pollution that just gets sucked up by the surrounding areas. And the actual pollution is much closer to the area down there. That's good. Like, our pollution management needs to be increased a ton. So let's go up there and get a few more of those efficiency modules that are still being made. These are the only ones I really care about, because I don't want to fight against the aliens all the time and still continue my adventure towards space, right? Like, I mean, this would be okay, but the most annoying thing is making the making the ammunition for the towers and all of that. And this is so, well, you can just build it, right? You just get one setup, get it in the blueprints, and then everything is fine, so there's no problem with that. But the actual thing that I'm kind of annoyed by is the fact that in order to make this, you need to pollute the area. And if you pollute the area, that means more enemies are going to be attracted, right? Therefore, I need to clean up more enemies and so on. And in order to clean up more enemies, I need to defend myself better with artillery and whatnot. And there's just no way for me to handle that. And in the end, what's going to happen is I'm going to waste an awful lot of resources. I mean, this is some 7 or whatever, how many millions. It may not run out immediately, right? It may not take that long, or it may never happen at all. But the thing is, I'm wasting resources, and compared to the Rift Breaker, which always gives you another patch of resources, it just lands. Like, you have a constant map. Like, this one is basically infinite. In the end, you have to think of this as a mobile setup. So don't get too attached to your base, destroy it as you want, and rebuild it as you want. Only thing you need to make sure of is that you have tons of inventory available, right? So the car in this case. Which again, if you always move the setup, that means that building large structures like train stations and so on, which is a very it's an interconnected, very complicated setup. And you basically want to just set it and forget it. Nothing else. Right. Let's see. How many of them can I get? Does not add all of those together, but it might be enough now. So, anyway, making train stations and anything, it's okay if you build this in like creative mode or whatever, when there are no enemies or whatnot. But when you have to watch out for survival, you need to have a certain balance with complexity Because if it's too complex, then you need to maintain that complexion or that complexity all the time. And this can take up precious resources and also the opportunity to create just other stuff in general. So let's see, let's just place all of that in here. Right, and I forgot to take the iron ore, of course. So the iron ore is coming from the top over there. Yeah, what was the calculation for the iron ore? 1 to 10. So I only need 100. And the only reason why I split this up was because I wanted to get to space quicker. That's the only reason. It's only a speed thingy here. So that was far too quick. Okay, 300. Okay, so what's the most? 112, 112. What are those strange numbers? 62, 112, 200. What? Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. And this one is bunching up, which is actually a very good thing. Maybe I should need a fast inserter for that? Who knows? Is that one still? No, that one is still going. 400. Yeah, if we give it a little bit of time, then the whole thing will work. The problem with that now, look at that. If we... You need a way to store the items from the production lines quick enough. If they are getting placed on a belt and they're getting produced a lot of, then only a few assembly machines are actually working and they are stopping each other from production. So this one and this one are not working at all. They just get facilitated every now and then, and these two maintain the whole thing. They're blocking each other, and that's not cool. That is not cool. So what you need in this instance would be either an inserter that inserts stuff on only the right side or the left side or whatever, but we don't care that much about it. Yeah, we could make a bend in it and let the concrete arrive on the inner side here so that it does not interfere with those two buildings. That would be an interesting setup. So you have your first buildings on the outside and the second buildings are placing it also on the outside, but because of this little bend that we do in here, it will end up on the inside actually. So this one goes down like that, down like this, and this one has to be placed on here, and this one has to be placed like that. And now everything will arrive on 2 lanes. Therefore, these two will not stop each other too much. Look at how quickly that is. Because we have an awful lot of concrete already being produced and held in the facilities. So 600, wait a minute. 600, 1,000, and we only need 1,000 concrete. So let's limit this a little bit so that once it's finished, it's finished. Oh, look at that. Those two are able to produce all of those. Another way would be to just take the concrete from here directly and place it in like... No, that was the wrong thing. Place it in here directly. There we go. Like so. Maybe I can just... There we go. Place that in like so. Help it out a little bit. Make it a wee bit faster. Right. And the last remaining ones are almost there. So, a decent amount of concrete. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And it is almost done. Bam. So, it's... Uh-oh. Let's limit this to the maximum. This is only... Oh. Definitely something that I kind of forgot about. My inventory is full. Anyway, I have a little chest down here with all of the supply that I need in order to get to space. The next one is, of course, the concrete one. Boom. And there is 900, so I need just a little bit more than that. Then I need to make sure that I get tons of other resources. The rocket fuel in particular. Right, that one is done. What am I going to do with the stone bricks now? I mean, I have to set another chest in here and just place the whole thing in. There we go. Okay, let's save. Good. This one is only in need of low density material. The low density is again in need of steel, and the steel only comes from the iron, and the iron is not coming in at all. So the iron is usually coming from this line. Yeah, this one is always working, but it's using up too much iron. So what I have to do is maybe combine an iron line that already exists with this one down here. Yeah, I need to combine an iron line. How would I do this? I would need an underground tunnel. And the underground tunnel comes out here, comes in... No, it can't really work. The distance is too far. It can only traverse a distance of 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is in the way now. I could... No, I can't come from the top side because then it wouldn't work that well. I could get rid of this or move it a little to the side in order to make the whole thing work. And tunnel through over here. And then what I need is I just need to get access to some iron. And in this case, I can take an output of this furnace right here. So that they are producing for 2 different lines. But then they're fighting against each other. And I don't like that. So what I need to do in order to make this work for reals is to just get a pure iron tunnel, I would say. Yeah, let's get a pure iron tunnel from top here to down there. That means this one has to be destroyed a little bit. This is where the input happens. This is where the output happens. Another input and another output. And this is where the iron tunnel will come through. So it will just go down like so. And it then will make a little turn like this. This one is somewhat in the way now. Of course, they are not going to be powered. Sure. This one will be placed to the side. And this one will be placed somewhere over here. Then I can take this and place this one over here. That was quite stupid, actually. That was quite stupid because I need to make sure that the iron line also gets the items. So how am I going to do this? I need an inserter, something like this. Like it's just the right kind of ingredient. Then I'm going to power the whole thing, and I need an exerter for that. There we go. Let's just cut the whole thing up here and hope that it somewhat works. Bam. Right. Let's see. Copy and paste. We need this thing going down through here, and this thing down through here, and this one goes forward like that. Nice. So now this iron line makes absolutely no sense. I don't know. Like we combine it, then we don't do the combination, and so on and so forth. I mean, we could have just taken this forward without that splitter. But yeah, if we don't do the splitter, then the iron line wouldn't actually happen down here. Yeah, how would you do that? You need a certain mixing setup. Let's just keep it the way it is. But look at how much iron we actually got from that. Absolutely amazing. That means that there's... let's see. How much iron is coming through here? A decent amount. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this setup here. I'm going to place that somewhere over here. Get this inserter thingy going. And this one, we'll just do this thing right now. There we go. I need another inserter. Again, this one is a fast inserter. This one needs a normal inserter. And the inserter needs some gears. Gears. This is also something you need a small facility of in order to be made. There we go. This is some gears. Let's make that. Still a fast inserter. Okay, this one just needs iron. So, bam. Let's just make the whole thing by hand. Then we, of course, go for another 10 of those and a few of those. Right. Chew. Let's just let it get crafted. And is there enough iron to facilitate the whole thing? I don't think so. It's still going to be used up fairly quickly. So let's Was it? No, wait a minute. Yeah, we need to copy and paste the whole thing again. Like that. Bada boom. This one can be taken away. This is not needed. Then we need an exerter through this line over here. And this one just goes over there. And this one needs more power. So how do we... Ah, come on. No matter where you place it, it's always not working. Anyway, that's okay now. I can, in order to repeat the whole thing even further, let's just place it like that. I could move the whole thing upwards a little bit though. So that it does not utilize as much space. And maybe there's a... Yeah, and then there could be a third building being placed in here. So let's move this whole setup up a little bit, like so. There we go. And then I can do something like this. Move this wing up like that. This one down like so. And does it need power? Oh, look at that. And we increase the output of iron tremendously. The way it's supposed to be. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh, I thought that was a bend in here. It's not going to collide. Perfect. 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 So, this one is almost full with the low density stuff. And the low density stuff is in need of what? Steel. So this one gets the steel from over here. Wait a minute. Oh no, the steel is actually coming from somewhere else. Or is it? No, it's not. The steel's coming from this line up here. But what about this thing? This one also produces the steel. Goes up here. Yeah. So everything seems to hinge on this steel line, and it turns 5 iron into 1 steel. So what I have to do... And look at how it congests. That means I can facilitate the whole thing with 1 more furnace. Wait a minute. This is not needed here. This one is going to place it like that. So what I can try to do here is I can maybe get a... I have to turn this around a bit, I think. Move this one once to the right. And then I can place multiple of those buildings to the side. So this is 1, this is 2, and this will be the outsider. This will also be another outsider thingy. That one gets taken away real quick. This one as well. Then we need something like this, and then I'm gonna just turn... This one makes no sense anymore. Bollocks. Bollocks, 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 bollocks. Because I need to facilitate this thing again with iron. I can't move this one down. Ugh. I placed the chest at the wrong location. You gotta be kidding me. Can I like... Oh, does that work? Wait a minute. Let's just place another chest in here. Nah, that's not working. Like, you cannot just copy the recipe, therefore copying the items from this building to that building. That's not possible. That's certainly not possible. I have to do this by hand. Slowly but surely. Right. The idea was to grab the items from here and place them down here, but then the... It wouldn't quite work. It would not quite work. I could try to, again, tunnel through... Yeah, maybe the... Yeah, the... Wait a minute. The tunneling could quite work. Wait a minute. Something like that. Then there's the insert of placing it up here. And then I can make a turn in downwards. Could really work. Yeah, I think you need just multiple underground belts in order to make the whole thing work. So, let's just get rid of this setup real quick and try this again. So we need an inserter. Then we're going for a furnace situation like this. And then we're going to tunnel through... Wait a minute, this is an above ground thing. So we need to make it an underground thing. Yeah, we need to make it an underground thing. This is going the wrong direction. Wait a minute. There we go. Much better. Ah, these little arrows tell you where it's going. Nice. Because sometimes you can't really see it on the moving parts if it's pointing the wrong direction. So... Now, what is it that I wanted to do? It has like 1, 2, 3... Wait a minute, maybe 4... Whatever, let's get the most out of it. Let's place this one here, like so. And this one gets placed like so. If I need to increase the whole thing again. Wait a minute. This one has to be moved this way. Then we have an inserter here, another inserter over there. This is a really strange way of making sure that it goes just like we shrunk the whole thing into a width of 3 units instead of making it go further. Anyway, let's just get rid of that. And this one has to go down. And then we, of course, need to facilitate this one with that and this one with that. And, of course, everything needs more power. Bada boom. Right. And now we got ourselves an additional copper output. Love that. So, we need tons of steel. Actually, don't I have tons of steel in my inventory somewhere? Maybe I can just dump it on here and everything would be fine. But anyway, look at that. Everything's perfect. Everything is perfect. Do I need a few... Why is that one not working anymore? There's a... Seems to be a problem with the research. And it's probably this thing. So low density needs iron again. There is some amount of iron being placed in here, but it's definitely not enough. I think I have to supercharge the whole thing to make this one go all the time, or to scale it at least a little bit. Therefore, what we have to do is just copy this setup here. Yes, we have to copy this setup. Oh, come on! There's always something in the way. Right. This one goes this way, and this one goes that way. So let's... We can't really move it to the side. Actually, we can move it to the side. The only problem is I can't copy all of that. I can only copy, like, this part. So we need an inserter. Boom, boom. A room like that. That could work. This one, like... goes down like so. Then this thing here has to be connected, of course. This one goes down like that. Then of course we need an exerter like this thing. Perfect. Now that one is working, thankfully. So how many more of those do I have? 20. So somewhere in the wilderness there are 2. Like this is one that's not connected to anything. This is only an output. But somewhere there is a strange up and down and up and down and up and down thingy going on. Like this one right here. Like these two are connected, these two are connected, but somewhere there's like output and then another input that's not connected to anything. This is so iffy. This is so iffy. I think I just built another thing of those. Wait a minute. Let's copy the whole thing again. Like so. That should do it. Perfect. Oh, even the electricity line is working. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe what I have to do in order to stop the copper from just getting dumped in here, I have to get a splitter that only allows... Yeah, a splitter that only allows iron to propagate here. Just so it does not waste too much. So let's just get this. That was wrong. Yeah, let's get the splitter in here. It has to get the iron plates on the right side only. And this will be a double lane, but this one will not go anywhere now. So what we can do with that is just get all of the copper out. Perfect. Another way would be to just have a selective inserter move things around. Yeah, in both cases. Actually, no, this one takes up more space, and the other one would be an inline solution. Much more interesting. But what about the use of items? So this splitter uses up 5 iron and some transport belts and some other stuff. Whereas a filter inserter needs an awful lot of other. Actually, is it that much more that you need? Like it's 4, 6 transport belts. Nah, It could be somewhat similar in terms of solution. I could have just used this one, move it to the left, and then there wouldn't be another bend in here. Would be an even nicer inline solution. Right. So let's just place this one here, this one there, this one there, and this one there. This one also gets a little bit more. This one is, of course, working tirelessly as ever. Output is full, output is full. This is working. Yeah, that one. Doody 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 doo. Doody doo. So this one has 0.4, but if I give this only one of those, 0.7. So we can reduce it by 0.6. I mean, the furnaces can still pollute the area a little bit more. I mean, as long as I make sure to only get the efficiency on these things, I'm good. That's necessary. Right. Okay. Now, there should be a situation now where there is tons of input. There we go. This one is always constantly working, which is nice. And I can change the supply line now a little bit. This one is going this way. And this one also needs no iron input for some reason. Okay, so why is there iron coming through here then? If there's no need for iron, that's somewhat wasteful. But anyways, this is not that much iron. Ah, there we go. It's stacking up now. Perfect. I mean, if I would increase the speed of this module a little bit, maybe all of the others. Yeah, why don't I just increase the speed of this setup? But if I increase the speed, then... Yeah, how does... wait a minute. There we have that. The energy consumption goes up by 50% and the speed goes up by 20. Very interesting. I could just make another building and it would give me an 100% increase in speed because there's 2 buildings. And also an 100% increase in energy consumption. There's just this one problem. Yeah, this module doesn't increase the productivity that much. What about this one? This one balances pollution and speed. Gives me 4% more output for this. This is a 1 in 10 relation. This is not good. This is just good if you want to get the pollution cloud low. This is good if you are somewhat bound by the amount of buildings that you can place. Whereas I could try to tunnel this thing down here to the side and maybe yeah, maybe I can make something like this happen. And this was not planned. Let's move this one up here, move the stone in there, and this thingy can be placed maybe like this, and then like this, and then okay, so close. Anyway, maybe there's only 3 of them that can actually be facilitated, maybe even just 2. But yeah, we need more of those. This one has to be split up and then fed to the right, so we could use another splitter for this, or we could just move it down in a very, very strange way. Then the efficiency module is not a memory anymore, sad. So let's just take these ones in there. Then I need to take items in from this one and from this one. This is all the low density stuff. This one has to be tunneled through, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A bit too many tunnels, to be honest. So this one has to be split up as well and then tunneled through to the western side. I'm not going to build an awful lot of this thing again. Actually, yeah, this one needs batteries and those. What are the motors? And this one also needs motors. For some reason, this one needs motors. I don't get it. Anyway, because this one needs motors, it's a really iffy product. And there's this buffer, which could... Actually, that's a really nice idea. So we have a buffer system right in here. So it either goes directly in here, or it goes into the buffer, depending on how much has been produced. But anyway, let's get the splitter in here again. That one splits it, and then we're going to tunnel through here now. Perfectly. Then what I can do is just combine both of those lanes into one, and make sure that everything is working. Nice. Actually, I could not take the bend of this one and just make it go straight through here, but what's up? Yeah, this one is not even connected. That's unnecessary. And this one uses a... what does it need? Iron. Yeah, I can just take a straight line through here and to get rid of this bend, I can move this one up again. So that's a bit weird. Then I could really tunnel through directly. Anyway, let's just keep the solution the way it is. Wait a minute. I have to get the bend on this one. Or maybe I can take this one up. Nah. We're going to make a very, very strange thing. It's a real abomination, but it may work. So this one goes up like so. And then we're going to take the what about underground belts? Do they take items from the left side or the right side, or do they not? Anyway, this one goes like that. And this one will be facilitated like... That's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. Whatever. And then we go something like that. And this one has to be moved sideways like that. So it tunnels through. This one tunnels through here. And this is maybe not placed at the right location. Yeah. This one has to be placed like that. Now I can actually split things. And I think... Yeah, now it could work. Let's get rid of that and that and that. Move this one up like so. And then I can... combine it! You got to be kidding me. Okay, let's combine it in a different way then. This one has to go down. And this one has to... Wait a minute. This one has to go down. There we go. And this one has to... tunnel through here. You got to be kidding me. Again, downwards. And to the right. There we go. Now I can take some inserters through here, through there. And they also have to be powered, of course. Where do we have those things? That could almost do the thing. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Almost. Almost. If I would split this up once to the right, then I could maintain the ratios. Oh, wait a minute. I can't even take the product out of here. So I need... I don't even have more inserters. Okay, that's not good. Let's make a few more of those. Right. So this one can place it right in this chest, which is okay. And this one can't. But there's a nice thing that can be done here as... almost nice thing. Almost nice thing. I need an inserter into this chest. Yeah, I just want to get the buffer, right? This is the only thing. I have to... If I get rid of this building, could I maybe power everything without it? I don't know. If I build it like that? Yeah, that's working. Perfect. So that we can take care of that thing. Now we can take these items. Now what I can do is I can move all of them once to the left. Wait a minute. Control X and there we go. Let's place them once further to the left. And now, because they're always placing it on the far side, they're not going to interfere with the way the low density modules are going to be placed in here. So, where's the low density stuff that I have now? Right. What was the button for this? F or something? No, Y. It was Y. So let's place it on here. There we go. Right. The product is going to be placed out here. Then it will end up in... I need a selective inserter now, don't I? That was stupid. I need a filter inserter for that. That only filters the... Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, there's more low density stuff coming in. Is there another low density module somewhere down there? There is more. Oh, yo, that's not good. Can't go with the tunnel. That's not cool. Let's just run along there real quick. There's too much low density being placed in here. That's not cool. Okay. I think this was it. Yeah. There was this small hiccup that happened. Alrighty. So yeah, we now scaled up the production of these things a wee bit. Right. Yeah, we can get one more of those. One more of these. This one can be extended a wee bit further. And then we need to copy... it doesn't really matter. This one gets placed out like that. That one like that. And then we need this one up here. Right. So this is working. This one is going to be fed. And this one here... Wait a minute. This one right here will only take the yellow research like that. Perfect. Awesome. And it's going to be... Oh, look at that. Nice. Now, there might be just one more bottleneck, which is this building right here. Or this building down here. Like, these are free. Maybe this is enough. Maybe it's not. There's definitely a decent amount of steel being produced for everything, which is great. And it will bunch up until everything is done, and then we're okay. But there's also enemies. Wait a minute. Are they getting closer? Yeah, I have to get another defense run, like this one, maybe this one, and another one's down here. There are also some that you can't really see, and this is a really iffy thing. Right. Oh, because it's going to be split. So this one is bunching up a little bit. This one not so much. As long as there's another low density... not low density. As long as there's one of those flying corsets. What's this thing called? Flying robot frames. Ending up in here, everything's good. Which means this production thingy here is what it all hinges at. So this one needs to be... a wee bit faster. Where's it going? Okay, the steel's coming from here, which is good. The batteries are coming from here, so there's no problem there. The electric things are coming up here, which needs the copper. The copper's going to get facilitated once it's done. And this one can't be filled anymore. So the only thing that it needs in order to constantly pump out stuff is time and motors. That's the thing. Time and motors. The motors are coming from here. Sometimes they're going to be placed in there and sometimes not. So I don't know if the whole thing will actually work or not. Look at that. Wait, what? Item ingredient shortage. Which one? The low density. Okay, it's the low density that's missing now. Low density. Why? This one is an item ingredient shortage of what? It needs copper. For some reason there's not enough copper coming through. Okay. So there's not enough copper coming through. That means we have to make more copper come down here. Or the yeah, we have to make more copper come on to that line. Therefore we have to copy and paste this thing a wee bit. There we go. And of course we need to power it again. Like that. Oh no. This one has to be placed further down, right? Yeah, that's working. Wait. Nice, 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 nice. So there's more copper coming through here. Like, look at this. There's so many items just stuck on belts everywhere. And the only reason you have those shortages is because you don't manage it well enough. That's the only reason. So let's just hope that this is enough to facilitate all of them. Ah, there we go. The thing is, it has to bunch up. And it does. If I see one of those reach the end here, then I'm okay. Do I have some? Yeah, I have some of those. Let's place them on the outer side here. Let's see if that works. There we go. Let's just help it bunch up a little bit. If that works or not. There we go. It's going to be used up quicker than it gets placed, which is a bit of a problem. And it should actually end up right here. Maybe the fast insert is also fast enough in order to make everything work. Then I need another furnace thing for that. And look at that. We are draining all of the copper at the moment. Like, there's a decent amount of copper coming in. but not enough. That means we need to supply it with even more copper. Or get a parallel belt line, or maybe increase the speed of that. But no, the speed may not be the problem. Because if you see some open spaces in between, that means there's not enough supply. Because the splitters are actually capable of splitting it fast enough so that there's no free space in between. And the only reason this free space happens is because the belt is moving along and there's not enough material coming in at the same time. What do we have here? Yeah, 15 items a second, and this one is a belt speed of also 15 items a second. So wait a minute. Yeah, maybe this is not fast enough. Wait a minute. So if we go with a fast inserter of those, maybe we can facilitate a wee bit more. Maybe we have to place a fast inserter. Or a fast splitter on this one. To split it faster. Or maybe on this building up here? No. Yeah, this one is now faster, this one is now slower. So I have to take this one and place it over here. Right. Now the space between the copper might shrink a little bit. And the whole thing is supposed to just move on along. That's the thing. We don't want it to stop. We want it to reach maybe the end of that. It doesn't even reach the end, so that's not cool. There's not enough copper coming through. So what I could try to do then is I could, because this copper is just bunching up, right? That means I can try to split this thingy here and... No, wait a minute. I can't make that work. This one needs to be a double lane. So I need to make this one a double line, and this one will be a copper selector on the left side. Yeah, there we go. So this is a double line, this is that. And from here, I could try to connect it back to this one here. So let's see if that works or not. Like so. Oh, because it's not moving, it does not get the items. So what I have to do then is get a filter inserter like this one, place this here, and tell it to pick the ore for that. Okay, so let's make this one go, and that one is not needed anymore. Right. Okay. Very, 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 very strange. Very strange. Also, look at the art. That means this one is without ingredients, yeah. There's not as much stuff coming in because I split the whole thing up. If I wouldn't split the whole thing up and just use one continuous line, then maybe it works. But I would almost say that I'm not mining enough material in order to facilitate it. And this one moves too quickly, see that? Boom, 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 boom. And this one is standing... Yeah, I want it to stand still. Therefore, producing so much product that it just... gunks up the system, and this one seems to be not going to do anything. Why? What kind of problems do we have here? What's the issue? Why is it not working? This is yellow. Everything is full of yellow. So what are we missing? The military components. No way. They are in here, and this one has 152 military components. This one is picking those up, and then it places it in this one down here. And this one, I think, is full, and this is why it's not happening. Okay. Now we know what's going on. And this is why it's not happening anymore. And then there's also this military selector down here, which takes the stuff and places it in here. And this is just some kind of makeshift thingy in between. Okay. So the reason it's not going is not because I don't have enough stuff for this one. Item ingredient shortage. Yeah, low density stuff. Low density stuff. Low density has a problem with what now? Still the bloody copper. There's not enough copper coming in. Sure. But there shouldn't be a problem. Look at this. All of those are now working again. And there seems to be a decent supply now. Now this one is going to be taken away. That one is going to be taken away. And then it's going to be fused again. This will be a problem in the future. This is definitely not a good enough setup. But yeah, let's just... I mean, one of them is moving, and the other ones have this low density problem. Yeah, that's definitely an issue. I need to make sure that there's enough copper supply here. Absolutely horrid. Okay, wait a minute. Because I'm taking most of the copper for the electronic circuits, or the first ones, right? They're going into the circuits, doing this thing. And then all of the other copper here is going, or supposed to go into the lower density stuff. But this one bypasses all of this, and it only takes the remaining parts of the ore. Oh, what? Oh, perfect, 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 perfect. I do see the copper reaching the end here. That's nice. Maybe if I place another one of them down here, then I can just make the whole thing congest a little bit. Now, what do you need? You need 3 of them. So it may be produced in chunks. And all of those are... How long does it take in order to produce, though? I mean, 13. This one is almost fully stacked up. This one is at 15, so it needs 16 of them. So it seems to hinge on a ton of those copper production lines. Therefore, we are going to connect up the rest again. Perfect. So let's see if that works. As an end result of that, this one will still stay congested. This one is going to be taking all of the copper. Actually, this is not a good thing. Like, it's okay if nothing is moving, right? But I still need to make sure that not all of the copper down here gets taken up by the inserter, right? So what I have to do is I have to split this and then have to insert some of this back in here. The other way would be to just increase the mining speed of the copper altogether. That would be the other solution. But all right, let's keep it the way it is and think about other solutions in a moment. So military stuff. Military stuff is coming up next. What about my... Okay, I do have a decent amount of ammunition though. Maybe not enough in order to fight some of those aliens. I have to do this at least once more, I believe. And what about rocket fuel? Rocket fuel is this. Solid fuel and light oil. I haven't built something like that yet, do I? Yeah, I don't think so. The way I'm going to build this is with resources from up here. And hopefully it's enough. So let's see. This one is full. That's perfect. If it's full, that means I can definitely make a decent amount of this rocket fuel. Question, how much is needed? 10. And then there's rocket control units, which needs to get researched next. And this one uses processing units and speed modules. Still something that's easily doable. And I can even craft most of it, as long as I have, of course, the raw resources. I only need how many of them? 10. 300 seconds, 5 minutes. Yeah, this is actually... how do I know it's 5 minutes? Because I think 5 minutes was the cooldown of Shen's ultimate. And it also says like 300 seconds. And it's really, really iffy to kind of calculate this value in your head. When you're like extremely high in terms of seconds, but you have to divide it by a factor of 60 every time. It's so stupid. Anyway, rocket fuel, right? Rocket fuel, rocket fuel, rocket fuel, and assembly machines. Let's see. Let's just take these and place a few more of them. So, rocket fuel, bam. Yeah, I think the modules I can do by hand. I don't need to make it too complicated. Right. What else? Low density stuff. Okay, I can take this apart a little bit. And hopefully it works. I just have to let it congest a little bit. Right. Let's make this stuff. Solid fuel. Solid fuel, solid fuel, solid fuel. Solid fuel has to be made as well. In another assembler. So, solid fuel. It doesn't matter what kind of solid fuel, as long as it is somewhat... Oh, chemical plant. Right. This was the problem why I couldn't continue, right? I don't have any more chemical plants. And what do you need for a chemical plant? Some steel and some iron gears. Mostly steel though, so... Wait a minute, what's going on here? That's not good. Wait a minute, what is going on? You do need steel for that. Okay. Wait a minute. Is this really the recipe for that? I thought it was plastics. No, it is steel. Why is there plastics here then? Okay, maybe that was a hiccup with this thing being turned around. And there we go. Also, let's get a little bit of steel. That was the main reason I wanted to do that. And one chemical building coming up. Right. So, let's see. I need solid fuel. What do I need? What do I want to turn into solid fuel? Do I want like petroleum? Do I want the light oil? Or do I want the heavy oil? It doesn't really matter. But this one needs water. This one needs also water. All of them need water except the solid fuel. So we are going for a very simple solution. We're going for this thingy, so I don't have to stress with the water too much. Right. Okay, wait a minute. I have to take this one, place this here. Maybe get rid of the trees a wee bit. Right. And this one will just be placed in a slightly different fashion. That one like that. And like that. Oh, it also needs the light stuff. Eee. Okay, wait a minute. How do I access the light thing? This one is going down and... Yeah, I can't really access the light stuff. I mean, I have to extend the pipeline system a little bit. I have 12 of them. Or maybe I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to use the downward pipes for that. So, let's see. It goes like this, and it then has to go down like so. And then I need an upground pipe like that. And this one is going to tunnel through... Nope. I think I placed this in the wrong kind of way there. So, let's take that. Place this here. Take this one away. Take this. Place this here. And take this one. Place that here and get... You gotta be kidding me. There we go. Now it's working. So this one goes up here, down there, and then down through here. Yeah. And this one we are gonna... Oh, no, it has to go once further to the left. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Right. Let's make everything visible again. That one goes away. That one goes away. And this one goes over here. This one goes over... there. There we go. This one goes. This one goes. And this one goes. And this one goes down like that. This one will be placed like that. And this one gets this thing over here. This thing will take that stuff. And now we need the power on it. There we go. So this one needs solid fuel. This one is going to get solid fuel out of these things. And I have to attach this back to this thing again, I think. Wait a minute. That might be it. There we go. And this will be a direct pipe connection like this. Ah, nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's just let it do its thing. Also, it needs an exerter, of course. And the chest where it ends up at. Right. Save. Okay. Let's go back and manage the military components a wee bit. Because this is a military thing. I may just end up collecting tons of the yellow material in one of those chests. 300. Yeah, I need 1,000, I think, in order to research that. Still not enough. Still not enough. There could be a few more. So in this case, there's a nice time component that I need to wait or whatever. But in this case, what I can do is I can defend the base a little bit. Walk around and get rid of some of the hives. Once that's done, we are good. Right. Military thing. This one has a shortage, which is the ammunition. The ammunition has a shortage, which is the... what now? Magazines. Magazines have a shortage of iron. The iron is supposed to get through over here. There's just not that much produced. Yeah, I have to expand the iron supply a little bit. That one is not enough. Huh, not enough. So, let's see. Yeah, this one is maxed out. That's the reason. Where's that one at? Okay, this one comes up here. This one goes up here. And... right. Let's just let it get split up a little bit. And the whole thing should increase slowly. Actually, it does take a little bit longer than expected. Yeah, there's no hiccup here happening at all. Except for maybe this one. That moves the... this one needs to be what now? This one needs a filter inserter. Wait a minute. Filter insert is this one. And I wanted to filter only the green stuff. Where's the green stuff? This one. There we go. So the military stuff comes up here, gets placed in there, and maybe used up a little bit. The green stuff will end up in this chest, bunching up further and further and further. There's not that much red, but this one just flows in here this way. Then we have this product. Okay, that accumulates also slowly. Very nice. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This one accumulates with military slowly but surely. Right. Now there's only the iron supply that I need to take care of. And the iron was supposed to come from over here, but this one is gonna dry up any moment. I have to get this iron supply going, or actually expand this one, and then share its contents with the belt network down there. I just have to... yeah, I have to take this one, tunnel through a little bit, and connect to this bit down here. So this space has to be connected. Right. Wait, is this the actual way I want to go? Kind of. I could just follow the... ah, come on. I could just follow the road a little bit. There we go. How am I gonna make this work? This one needs to have this thing. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. Ooh. Okay. So the iron is coming through this way, and how am I gonna make that work now? This iron is going to be split up, tunneled through, and then recombined through there. So everything is good. So if I increase the amount of iron... wait a minute. Yeah. I have to increase the amount of iron, therefore splitting up this thing and draining the rest of the base. What I have to do is I have to build a parallel line, I think, that's able to carry a ton of additional iron around. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. That was not intended. There we go. Wait, this is the wrong direction. I can't reach it. There we go. Right. Let's see. As I said, I need a ton of that. Right. And in here, I'm gonna place a... I don't have a split. No, I do. Wait. So I have a splitter that then splits up things. And this was the wrong thing. Rotation. There we go. Now, only thing I need to do is make sure that I have a few of those efficiency modules. There we go. And I have to place them in here, actually. Okay, I don't have enough efficiency stuff. Let's quickly go back, get ourselves some more efficiency. The thing is, I think about automation a bit too much. You can play this game with inserting it manually most of the time, or at least a lot. You can skip unnecessary complications. It just doesn't feel right, to be honest. It just does not feel right. So wait a minute, is this one going the right way? Let's just check real quick. This one's going down, 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 down. Yeah. I think that's going to work. Right. How much pollution is coming out of here? Not that much. The iron line is actually the one that pollutes the most. So... okay. And with all of this copper being produced in here, maybe we're gonna go for something like this. 2, 3, and 4, and 5. There we go. And it arrives on... doesn't really matter where it arrives, as long as it arrives somewhere. This one goes down here. Actually further down, and then further down, and then this way. Ooh, I got a little heart attack there for a moment. But I don't like that. This is not cool. This is definitely not cool. There we go. Let's make it work like this. Okay, much better. Let's just let it drain a little bit. I want it only on one side and not two. So this is going this way, which is actually not the right position. Okay, and this one is going forward slightly. Let's get... aw, really? Almost. Let's just let it get placed there. So this one gets rid. This one gets rid of that as well. There. Let's just dump all of that in here. There we go. From 10 to only 2 pollution, which is perfect. Yes. Research. Time to continue with that one. Oh, that's also productivity. But that's simple, I think. Might have a decent amount of supply there. So this one is supposedly going up 1% really quickly. Right. They definitely need to be powered a lot. So... yeah, 7 goes down to 2. Ah, perfect. And I don't have any more efficiency modules anymore. Huh, sweet. In this case, the ones at the bottom are always taking up the most. So let's... at the bottom, at the end are always taking up the most. So let's see, this is 4 compared to 2. Well... yeah, and the other ones will be placed on the end line here. Because this one is going to congest, therefore it's going to stop itself a little bit. The thing that I wanted to do, though, is to build a few more of those. So what ends up happening is the pollution is going to shrink, but it's also going to increase again because I'm going to place more of those drills. Right. The substation, where is it going to... Oh, I don't even see the electricity on the floor there, but alright. Okay, let's place this right there, there, and there, and there, and there, and this is strong. There, and there as well. Actually, why don't I just do this, rotate it a little bit, and do that? Not cool. Okay, copy and paste this line right there. Oh. Ooh! Not cool. Not cool. Okay, I'm going to place that one right like that. And I'm going to X these buildings and move them up just a teensy weeny bit. There we go. Much better. Like, when it comes to placing the belts, I mean... placing it by hand might be quicker, but when it comes to a specific distance of buildings being apart or so on, or very specific placement with stuff, then robots might be a better one. A better solution for all of that. So, this one goes up, congests with that one, therefore... see that? There's a traffic jam going backwards along there. Slowly but surely. This one is going to be drained. Then it goes... on the inner side. There we go. So it stops somewhere on this path here. That means those two buildings are... unnecessary-ish. I was actually hoping for another traffic jam happening up here, but somehow it's not happening. Maybe what I need to do in order to make this work better is to have a splitter like this happen here. So we're just feeding both of this in. And then the whole thing just gets drained because of its fusion capabilities. Yeah, look at that. See that? Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. But we have to go back. We have to get us some more plastics and some more efficiency modules. They are the key for progress. Wait. Yeah, I have to get some more efficiency modules. Once I get the efficiency modules, I come back up here again, and once that's done, I have to get rid of some of those aliens, because this pollution cloud, I think, is going to increase a lot, and it gets unnecessary attention, which I don't want from the aliens. Right, 6 of not enough. This one needs reds. Reds are supposed to come from here. Can I take reds away from somewhere? Maybe like this one also. Okay, do we have a few more of those reds somewhere? Another 2. There we go. And what about those? Okay. Yeah, there's another one up here. Another one up there. And that's the wrong one. I can just take the productivity modules. Yeah, good idea. Absolutely good idea. That one gets taken and gets taken. And there we go. So, let's place all of them in there. Let it shred through real quick. There we go. Nice. Maybe I can just have a second one that does all of that. So it's a little bit faster. Yeah. Let's make this one a wee bit faster. Also, we need power. So, copy that, and copy that, and I'm gonna like take that and place that in here. Nice. Ah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Where would I get the reds now? The reds need more greens, and the greens need more copper, and the copper needs to come from Beltline again. So anything still seems to hinge on the copper lines from working well enough. So let's see, let's get this one, and oh, that was not intended. Definitely not intended. What about that one? We can put a few more rocks in there. Wait a minute. Rocks are supposed to come in here, in there, and down there, and that should be it. Then the other rocks I can sadly have to place somewhere else though. Okay, now what I want to do is take the copper though, place that in here, place that in there, place that in there, and maybe in there. Then there's of course the iron, which is always needed. There we go. This whole thing is completely dried up of iron. That's not cool. Definitely not cool. Right. Ah, it's sorted now. Perfect. And our productivity modules are ready. And there's just the rocket silos that I needed now. Awesome. Wait, what about the productivity stuff? Efficiency stuff. I have 6 of them now. And 11. That one needs more reds, which are not coming in, of course, because that one needs more greens and plastics and copper. And is it going to be facilitated enough? Could be. Yeah, it just goes. And it needs 2 or 4. It only needs 2. Okay. So the input is decent. So this one is going to be output all the time. This one is not enough, of course. This one is also not enough, of course. Yeah, the balancing act of getting the items just right. Let's just take that over here, place that one over there to get it finished a wee bit quicker. That one is going to be placed elsewhere. There we go. Nice. Once this one is done, I'm going to take all of the items out again. Come on. There we go. Let's build this one back. Everything is ready. Time to maybe also get a little bit more fuel for that. Yeah. Need to get more fuel. And this one needs steel. Wait a minute, why is there no steel coming in? There's supposed to be steel coming in here, but for some reason the steel is going to be drained in this building too much. The steel is supposed to come through here, through there, and there's just not enough. Okay. I don't know why, but for some reason the steel does not arrive in the flamethrower facility anymore. I built like tons of other steel buildings, but not this one. So I also reduced tons of pollution, which means that the ratio right here, okay, 330 something. This one increased a little bit with all of the assemblers, which is not cool, but drills. Drills are the main culprit of it, of course. So, drills, the main culprit. Oh, wait. What about our copper base down here? That one is not maxed out. And then there's also the coal one down here, which needs to be more efficient too. But this one is not producing as much. It just stops. That one is maxed out. There. We are faster when we make sounds though. Right. Let's see. Righty. Now the pollution is supposed to go down a wee bit more. 200. Okay, we reduced it by 30 a minute. But is this enough? Is this enough? Because this is free all the time. So if I would be able to, yeah. Let's just take these back. I mean, like this is we always waste like 10% of possible reduction there, which is not cool. So let's take that over here. This one over there. This one is of course producing, and this one is producing, and not so much. Okay, this is only producing every now and then, right? So that's something to keep in mind. I have one of them. Okay, let's let this one be the one. Okay, this one produces how often? How often? What's this? Bonus productivity, wait. Wait. Bonuses. Mining productivity plus 20%. And where do we get those productivity bonuses? Right. So let's look at that. Now the number should be a little bit lower. There we go. We managed to get another 10 per minute. Alright, just by placing it more efficiently so that there's no capped waste here. Like the minimum, there we go. The minimum energy consumption is 20%, which means we cannot go lower than that. And we have to get like two 40% ones in order to be at the cap. Yeah, because right now it's only at the minus 60%. But if we put another efficiency module in there, so it's, yeah, free, then, wait a minute, yeah, we waste 10 percent points of possible reduction, which is not good. We don't want that. Also, I have some low density structures in here and some flying robot frames and whatnot. Like, where do I get... I think I moved something by accident, and therefore I still have all of the gear in my inventory, which is not good. It wastes precious space. Ah, the rocket control units are almost ready. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go on a little extermination run to make sure that we are not going to get attacked anytime soon. Also, this thing definitely needs a few more efficiency modules. So this is where we're going to end up next. Why is this? Is this like... Oh, look at this. It's going... Is it moving upwards or sideways, or... It's moving upwards. Or is it going down a little bit? Nah, it's just wobbling. Right. There's not that much change that happened here. But yeah, northwestern side. And continue, of course. Ah, the rocket silo is coming up any moment. What about the spider thingy? So we can pass over terrain and stuff like that. That would be amazing. This one needs 2,500. What? And it also needs some previous upgrades for that to work. You get to be kidding me. Okay, so the Spidertron can be remotely controlled, allows sending simple move commands to the Spidertron from the map or the world. So basically, come to me, car, or Spidertron. Chain shooting speed is 200%. Spidertron rocket launcher. We just don't know how fast this thing is. It would be cool. Kind of reminds me of the Wild West. This Will Smith movie a while back. So, this one only needs 1,000, right? So for some reason, the Spidertron, which is more a tool of convenience, is much easier to craft, much more difficult to craft than a bloody rocket silo, which is, as we all know, rocket science. So, let's get started on exterminating some enemies. Da-da-dee, da-da-da-doo. Da-da-da-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. What about the complexity? 6-4. Okay, let's hope I don't start a fire here. That wouldn't be good. Yeah. Every time I have to fight them near the forest, I always get a little bit anxious, because this pollution suction stuff is actually quite nice. Trees are amazing if you want to get rid of carbon. Right. Then there's also some more supply up here, but I don't really care that much about it. The only issue with this is that it can spread again, therefore occupying the space. So I have to get real far out there. Come on, let's move. Oh god, no. Okay. Yeah, there's only a little hive down there. This is mostly nests, and it doesn't seem as if it's that many worms. But we're gonna get rid of that one too, just in case. Alright, base almost done. Okay, the battery is still there. Perfect. Come on. Don't spit so much stuff down on the ground. It's ridiculous. 0.65, there we go. You just exterminate some nests and all of a sudden the difficulty factor goes up. You really need to make sure that you're constantly pushing for the rocket silo. If you defend aggressively, that is. Because otherwise you're screwed. Like, the difficulty goes up, and at one point you won't be able to fight them without a lot of, yeah, defensive upgrades or so, or maybe even military upgrades and whatnot. And if that part happens, then the aliens will just get closer and closer towards your base, and then you're really screwed. Because then you have to face against hordes of enemies that charge at you, and you have to build defenses. And that again kind of stops you advancing further, because it drains not only resources but also space, which could be used with for simulators, assembly machines and whatnot. That's the thing. Like, you have a certain time frame where it's actually possible to finish this game easily, I would say. Or easier. And once this precious window is over, then either repeat the whole thing. Or rethink strategy. Or maybe even trying to survive in a different manner. Because once you cannot defeat the enemies anymore, you kind of have to play around them, right? But they have a really large attention radius, which is not cool. Ah, what's going on? There we go. That one's almost done there too. Perfect. So, do we see complexity yet? No. We only see this on the nests. Complexity. Threat level. Hive evolution factor. That was the name for it. Not complexity, but evolution factor. Right, so this thing is cleared up a little bit. This one will definitely expand. Same goes for that one. Yeah, same goes for that one. I have to go down there. But I have to get around this forest to check on those. So let's just save. How could I get around the forest? This is the most annoying part here. The enemy can pass through the forest, and you can't really see them. I can go through the forest, and they cannot really see me. At least it would be nice if there would be some kind of vision aspect to that. But there's not. So let's see. The only way to go there, though, would be how could I do this? I'd go through some opening in the forest in and on itself. So let's see. Yeah, this is it. This huge open space. Where do we go? To the east and south. Oh no, come on. You're stuck. Well, why are we stuck? There we go. We just hit one of those trees in a sideways manner. That's why. So where are they? Oh! Okay, two hives really close together. How could you stop them from building their little bases all the time? Oh. And how could you make the spitters stop spitting that much? Alright, almost there, almost there, almost there. Hey, the rocket silo is even at 50% right now. Nice. Okay, let's switch to the other one. Shred the thing. There we go. Easy mode. That one is done. There is another base to the west, which I couldn't really see. For some reason, the scanner wasn't able to pick this up. And then there's another one to the south, this one here. So I'm going to clear both of them. Right. Oh no, my battery is almost out. Is this daytime or nighttime? Okay. I have to get out of the sludge, out of the sludge, out of the sludge, out of the sludge. There we go. Alright. Okay, the battery is almost out, and I think it turns night any moment. Which means either I have to play it really, really carefully now. Or I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die now. Ugh. Yep. So, dying it is. Not cool. Can't face them now. I don't have the right equipment for it yet. Yeah. Ah! You have to stand there. Don't move too much. Because then the enemies can just get burned in the flaming fields there. That's pretty neat. Oh, come on! I hate those sludges. That's stupid. Absolutely stupid. You can't move. And their aim is just so annoyingly good. Alright, the battery is down. No more power. Right, half of the base is done for. Let's keep it that way. What about the difficulty? 6.5 still. Right. Let's save halfway through and save scum our way through this thing. Ah. There are too many worms. Okay, this is the actual problem. There are too many worms here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of them large ones. Ish. There's a big worm, there's a small worm, there's another big worm. They are real pain. It takes too long to kill them. Ah, they have roughly twice as much health. The better way would be to get rid of the spawners. Focus on the spawners. Yeah, focus on the spawners. Okay, one more spawner done for. Wait a minute. Save. There we go. Get killed already. There we go. It only seems to have a spit attack ability and not really a bite attack. Pretty neat. So where's my car? Over there. So sweet, so sweet, so sweet. Still 15%. Something's wrong. So there's one kind of research material missing, which is it? The yellow stuff is missing. There's a little bit of yellow coming in. But not enough is being produced. So this one is working, this one is not working. This one has a shortage of blue stuff. Okay. A little bit of blue stuff is... Come on. So this one is going to be placed in here if necessary. Then it's going to be split up. So this is not the shortage that's happening here. This one is low density shortage. Low density is happening here. And this one has a shortage of what now? Copper? No. This one is not in need of the flying frames. This one is in need of the flying frames. They're not getting produced as much right now. Which means I have to take in the motors from this chest and place them there. To jumpstart the whole process a little bit. Add ingredient shortage. Okay. Output full. Yeah, I need to make it so that faster buildings can always build more resources, and then I'm going to split them up with chests and inserters. Oh no, I just came closer to it, and I saw the horror. It just increased in size a little bit. Alright. What is this thing? Big spitter. Consumes... Ooh, pollution. Okay. Very neat. I mean, it says that it does consume pollution, right? So if I get rid of them, then the pollution consumption would actually go down. So maybe having a lot of enemies around your base is kind of healthy. The only thing you need to do is manage their base a little bit. That's interesting. A large spitter consumes pollution. Is it like a resource that it needs to utilize in order to produce them, or is it more a... Yeah, what could it be? Or is it more a... how could you do that? Because they are getting triggered by No, the evolution factor happens on its own, or if you attack them. The pollution stuff only triggers enemy attacks, or it facilitates the growth of their hives. That's that. Okay, the more we know. And this one here needs to be more efficient. Right. Wait a minute. Is there a base on... Okay, this one has to be exterminated a little bit, but there's still a bit more room. So 17. I need to maintain the utility thingamajig a little bit. So let's see. Oh, no. That's not supposed to happen. Let's get those. Now then. Where's the thing? I just went past it. Wrong side. There we go. Now, this one needs low density, and I still have a little bit more density, so let's just place them all in there. There we go. Now they're getting produced. This one needs this stuff here, so let's take that one. And there we go. And right, that should be enough now. Yeah, this one needs the flying frames now. Flying frames, this one. Bam. Okay, that should not be that much of a problem. Except for this building right here. Which takes like... Yeah, let's just place all of the motors in there. That's not working. Okay. That's the most you can muster, really. Sad. Right, let's take all of the batteries in here. We do... Oh, no, there are no more batteries in this one. Right. So, where are the batteries? Batteries. I just picked some up and placed them in here. Next one is, of course, the green stuff, which there's a wee bit in here. And this one needs more green stuff and a wee bit more steel. Steel is something we have tons of for some reason. I may have miscalculated the need for that. So, steel. That goes in there. Right. So this one is now almost completely supplied with stuff. Except for that one. But this one supplies it once it needs things, to say. Oh, it's so quick. Absolutely quick. Right, so this one is building some frames. They are budging up a little bit. They end up down here. Then... There's an awful lot of steel. Wait. Oh, look at that. The supply with engines. Huh. There's so much complexity. You build this, you get really in the zone for that, and then you forget about how you set up your base. And then you're like, okay, how did I do this? It's basically looking at code from 10 or whatever, how many years ago. How did I do this? I have no idea. Right, so these things need what? Copper. I think I can do a tricky thing for that. Let's just jumpstart most of that. Get copper out there. How much copper do I have? 100 and whatnot. Okay, that's 100, that's 120, that's 70 something whatnot. I could try to, again, do this by hand. But that will make it work. I need a congested copper line somewhere, so this one could be it. And this one is actually drained. Okay, it's not drained. There's no... Yeah, look at that. All of the copper is going this way and not arriving down there anymore. I think I'm gonna use a... Yeah, I have to use a splitter network for this. Or... Nah. Let's just keep it this way. I mean, how do I do this? Nah. It's a wee bit iffy. I mean, I have to take the items, then move them around, and then reconnect them again. This is pain. Right. So this one only needs plastics, which is there in abundance. The copper is now bunching up, thank goodness. And what else is coming up now? This one needs, again, low density frames. They're not fast enough, it seems. So maybe I need to just copy and paste the whole thing, make duplicates, and just feed them manually, and forget about automation entirely. How else could I combine this? Because I kind of like stitched them in a very tight spot. There's no way for me to make them work anymore. I mean, what do they need? They need plastic, steel, and copper. Copper can still be extended a little bit with the whole splitter stuff and whatnot. So yeah, copper can be extended. The steel is also there in large quantities, so that's not a problem. And plastics too. Only thing I need to do is somehow make sure that the low density modules are arriving on this one, so we can not tunnel through. This is not a problem. Not a problem. This is a real problem. I cannot extend the distance of tunnels. I mean... Oh, maximum length... I can. Maximum length 9. This one has underground distance of 7. And then you have your normal logistics, this one, which unlocks an underground or an actual length of 5. I don't know why this one is called a length, or why this one has a length of 5. That makes no sense. Because if you place this one up here, then see that? This one has a length of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's an input, there's an output, and there's the stuff in between. But I cannot extend this one further. This one, but not that one. This one, not that one. There's no length of 7. Or maybe there's like an entrance plus the underground stuff. And then the other entrance is basically the start of the other underground thing again. So that could be it. Maybe there's only a head end and the rest is the underground stuff. There's no head and tail end. So it's kind of counterintuitive, really. So, what else could I do in order to make this work? I could just increase its speed. Do I have some speed modules still in there somewhere? Yeah, increase it by 20%. This would be a very nice thing. I need plastics, electronics, and some other stuff. But this is definitely something for another episode. Because the rocket silo is coming up. And it won't take much longer. And then we can fly. The problem with that, though. One problem. I do have a decent, I hope at least, decent amount of rocket fuel. But I don't know how many stages I need to make in order to go up there. Because this is a rocket part. And I think you need to make multiple rocket parts in order to fly the whole thing. There's no follow-up one after this, hopefully. And there doesn't seem to be any other ones than there as well. So, let's see. The power consumption is negligible. The rocket part recipe, we probably need more than just one rocket part. So, rocket fuel or density structures and rocket control units. That's easily doable by hand or maybe by machinery or whatever. The rocket silo is a simple thing. Okay, but yeah, this is definitely something for another episode. Until then, like and subscribe, of course. Ta-ta.